Welcome to the second clip. We're now looking at page 8, which is section 1.5, the processing of payslips. Here you have to make the necessary changes to the payslips. Be mindful that you do not overlook any one of them. Be very open-minded, may I say, observant of what you really want to change, because there are things that doesn't need to be changed, and you'll be wasting time by looking at those codes. So be mindful of that. Change what's required and ignore what's the ones that there's no mention of changes. It'll save you time. So you're ready to go onto the setup menu, and we're going to go to transactions. When we click on transactions, we're going to find the first code is captured for you. Do not go to the search button to find MayJune2025. Because you got in the code, it will now enter 505, it will find it for you. Let's just change the list meeting which delete bold now. This is very important. Paste up description at the bottom also has to be changed. So we change on the description on the top and the paste, because there's marks that will be awarded for these changes. So be mindful of that change of the description as well as the basic description. If you want, you can copy it. If you want to copy this here, and you can then change it here. Only wait. Shortcut key Control copy there, Control V to paste it. Control C copy, Control V paste, and it will copy it. So there's nothing else to be changed there. I'm going to click save. Here is a time waster. I just want to show you. Go to search, and it says 577. Finally, it says direct distribution. As the question paper has already mentioned that there was no change, so there's no need for you to go and look up that code. You're wasting time. Time is of the essence when it comes to N6. Do know that you have got limited time. You have every cell also, and you've only got approximately 45 minutes for this question. It's a lot to be done in that 45 minutes. So you can't be wasting time. So you can see this 505 has to be changed. So go back to search. Search is the key thing. 505, there it is. Click the turn. What happens here now? As they say, change to work refund. So I change this here to work shop refund. Then remember, discuss that at the bottom. Also change it if you wish. You can copy, Control C, go to the bottom here, Control V, and it's done. Save your time. If you want to, you can type up. That's your decision, to be speaking. If it says print on paste up must be on. We've got print on paste up must be on. If I paste up, I was already checked with tick, do not untick it. That they don't tell you to untick. They ask you to print on paste up must be on. It was on. Good, and move on. Do not interfere with things that are not mentioned in the question. I do now is save. We move to the next one there, and that is going to be 5.6. Such and such 5.6. There it is. 5.6 is going to be Control C, go here, Control V, protection of balance. There's no nothing else to be changed. Anything else that's already ticked to interfere in mentioned. See, you notice that I left out quite a few codes. They start with number, for example, which I dragged around. Let's just take a random 5. It is. It's already terrible. So we need to start interfering. It causes problems. It's the description. Avoid spending time on things that are not being asked for you to change. Now moving to search, we're leaving out all the benefits because there's no need to change anything under benefits. We move to the employee deductions, which starts with number 7 and number 8. One to be created, which is fine. Let's go to the first one there. Go to 7.41. That is going to be the problem one. It says capture a fortnight amount of 545 with a weekly amount of 272.50, which is fine. It says Provident, so we go to weekly, and under weekly it says 272.50, so there's an amount tab that's there, 272 box. So type it into this box, this rectangular box. Then we need to go to fortnightly, change that to 545. Now, one of the advantages of capturing this amount is when you are working with the payslip, these figures will automatically come. For example, if you are working with weekly and the employee has provident fund, immediately 272.50 will come up when you selected this code. In the same way for a fortnightly person, it will be 545. But be mindful that you don't mix these two. This one is fortnightly, it's 545, and weekly is 272.50. Save your work, you don't have a problem at all. We don't need to fill things that are not asked for us to change. We leave out the rest. We go to 800. To select out 2 time is the key thing. 800. Here it says there is 801. This one says medical aid, so I need to change it to medical aid. What? It's already there. Next, it says monthly amount is 1,334. So we click on the monthly. Make sure that you click on monthly break has been set up and do the setup frequencies option. Right, remember now I did mention to you about the issue in this question paper. This question paper had errors and there are no monthly employees. There's no setup what was created for monthly, it was just weekly. These errors do occur. We have to work around it and we will ignore the amount where it says monthly amount, but we can read the following. The company takes only 2 fortnightly payments and 4 weekly payments per month into account. So they are now looking at things in a different way. Because we read further, it tells us that hey, your monthly is 1,330. So the company takes only 2 fortnightly. So if you then take 1,330, so, and you're going to divide that by 2. Because remember now, the fortnightly there are 2 payment periods. going to find that you can use your calculator, Excel, it's up to you. That is your decision on whatever source or tool you want to use. Find the figure 65. Likely we've got likely 665. So when stated the monthly amount is now when you read formula, it does not mean that you need to capture the monthly employees because there is no feature set up for monthly. So what they want to do is to use that figure and calculate for the other periods, meaning for fortnightly and weekly. So we now take the same figure 1330. Now we need to do the following. We need to capture weekly, and you can find if you divide that by 4, you get a figure of 382.50. So I'm going to now put in the weekly, and I'm going to put in the amount of 382.50. There you are. So if you take 382.50, you multiply by 4, you're going to get 1,330 rand. I think by now you're getting the idea on how to sort out these amounts, how to calculate the weekly amount, how to calculate the fortnightly. So we move now to the last one under the employee deduction. That is code 100. Save this here, save the work. This one is a new code. It says create a new transaction for stock. So we immediately know this plus. Wait, when you click the key in 100, now it says template. The question will tell you link this transaction to a template number that is 8500. What it'll take out, whatever is 8500, and bring it up for you. You can use it. It's a template. You're using it and you make necessary. You enter the necessary information. This is the stock out. Click on it and find the stock and come automatically at the bottom. That's all you need to do. So kept created this new code the template 8500 description stop payslip description stop save it. That's it. This thing is really now you need to process it. It's really simple. You need to be but very thorough, and you need to work at a fast pace really speaking, because you have 45 minutes and you have it printed. You just preparing. So move to now the company contributions. It starts with number 9. You're going to find that the provident fund, the employee contributes the same amount as the employee to provident print on payslip must be on. So employer contributes the same amount as the employee to the provident fund. So if you look at the provident fund of 704, it says the fortnightly is 545, weekly is 272.50. So we want you to capture those amounts of code 955 respectively, meaning that 545 for fortnightly, weekly will be 272.50. So let's go for that. 955. Go 955. Go to weekly. We capture the amount there of 272.50, and here to fortnightly we capture the amount of 545. That's all you need to do here. That's it. But brackets, it says print on payslip must be on, so we look at print on payslip. Check. Now what is now on, and then you save. Next one is medical aid notice. I skipped 9045. There's no changes there, so we're looking at time 9090, and to find that the employer contributes 120 on weekly medical aid employees on medical aid. So the medical aid employer amount, employer contributes 125 to all weekly. So if we go to weekly, we need to captures 125, 90. It's not allowing you to capture that amount. So that means that I got the right figure, 9090. Yeah. If you notice now that for the employee deductions, they're using 8091. So the medical aid should really be 9091. But 9090, it's just telling you that the amount is 125. So I'm going to show you how we can beat the system by ignoring 9090 and rather putting the amount under 909 because it kind of corresponds with 8091. 8091 did weekly and fortnightly. So in the same way, ignore 909. That's my suggestion to you. You can ignore it and you can move directly to 909. So in other words, from now on use 901. It kind of balances off the deduction of 809. The opposite code is 901. So I'm going to use that code 991. And under weekly now, 9091. That is under weekly. We need to put in the amount there of employee contributes 75% of the medical aid by fortnightly, and for the weekly it'll be 125. Let's put the 125 there. The aid is for the weekly. So we then click on fortnightly. There's no need to different code because 809 covers the weekly and fortnightly. So in the same way, we use medical aid weekly, the amount of 125. Then we go to fortnightly. That's what it says there. It says on the fortnightly that the employer contributes 75% of the amount contributed by the fortnightly employee. So if you use your calculator, you're allowed to use it. You now have to take the original amount. Remember now you captured that 1 3 and then divide by 2 to get the of 665. You want to now to take 665 if you recall. But you said to multiply by 75%. So when you get that figure, when you multiply by 75%, you will get 498.75. So that is what the employer, yeah, is going to contribute towards the employees' medical aid. So the employee is going to pay 133 for weekly. So for the month, divide by 2. Let's get the figure, but we have it there. A second. We took 133, divided by 2, we got 665. Employer now will contribute 75% of that. So then we multiply that 661 by 75%, and you get the figure of 498.75. So we'll now capture this here. 498.75. There it is. So we took 1330 again one more time. 1330 divided by 2. We've got the 665. Take 75% of that. And we get 498.75, and I've entered And it says there, print on payslip must be on, so print on payslip must be on. There's tickets, we all take other things. Moving on now. Okay. Using one code makes it simpler because we capture weekly and our fortnightly using one code. Different codes, obviously. So we're now going to go into occupational industry dispensation, industry dispensation, or IT, which is going to be 91. Right, so now I'm going to capture the figure of 0.275. So look at the employee percentage is clear as a percentage tab. Now it's going to be in this box. We're going to key in 0.275. Press enter, and we've got that percentage captured there. 0.275. It says the pro-rata start and print payslip must be on. So print payslip and pro-rata start and must be ticked. Tick there and tick there. Do not interfere with these. We're pretty by default ticked unless they tell you, which I don't think they will in this instance, to not tick it. So your job is to just told to do what you asked to do. So testing your knowledge. So as you don't place it, there's your pro-rata start. So all we did was we put in percentage and tick pro-rata. Now this is all about chat. Transaction is linked to a transaction template that has a percentage amount per transaction type of at the type of input. Let's note that 0.0 percentage amounts to be processed for the frequencies. Okay. Now it doesn't want us to capture this particular line button. Let's try type 0.27 there. Second. 0.27. Enter. Save it. See what happens here now. And imagine an error got bypassed by capturing it again. These things happen. Little boo-boos in the system, but you just haven't dusted. Default leave accrual value, go to bonus accrual 9142, which is the last one. 9142. Now here it says fixed percentage. That's the right one. 9142. And so capture 5.5%. Right, fixed percentage capture 5%. Percentage 5.5. 5%. Start end. Last one is payslip must be on. It is percentage captured 5.5. Print on payslip pro-rata start end and click save. That's the link up of this transaction of this code here. Okay. Normal story. Let's see what we're going to do about it. We're going to enter this here. 5.5 captured. Let's save. I think by now you know that flow is going to work for us. Get the error. Let's end of the setup transaction. You have an idea of what's to do. Concentrate and focus on change. There's no need to make sure that you change all that's asked of you on the question paper. And I will give you my last suggestion. That is, when you finished each one as you go about each quote. Tick to know that, hey, I've done it. I'm done and dusted. So we can close this here, and now next we need to then capture this transaction, show you how to do a bit of planning, and we're going to aim for total. That's what it's all about. Getting high marks, you've got to understand it. It's quite simple. Avoid mistakes because it can land you into a problem. Smart, fast, and I think you get there comfortably. But again, I remind you, 45 minutes is yes, it's a lot of work in a short period of time. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise it on this bottom of this YouTube clips. Subscribe to it, like it. It's your choice. Thank you so much for listening. All the best.